Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, all of my beautiful, beautiful friends from the internet. I hope each and every single one of you is doing spectacular on this fine Tuesday morning, or whenever you happen to be listening to this podcast episode, whether that be morning, evening, or night. Welcome to the Reddit Asks Us podcast, the podcast where we read and react to comments from r/Askreddit. I am your host, Luke Dick. Remember, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever else you get your podcasts, please leave us a rating, and also please leave us a review. You have no idea how much that helps the show get spread and helps the show get found by other beautiful listeners such as yourselves. So thank you all for those of you who have been doing it, and I appreciate those of whom who will do it. Remember, you can respond to this week's question by going to Spotify, listening in Spotify, which you can do for free, no charge, and you can also download the episodes there as well. And if you go to the description of any of the episodes, you should click on the description. You should see a white icon that says reply, and if you click that icon, you can reply to the question, and you will be notified when your response is published, and I'll read those responses out loud on the next week's following episode. So with that said, I am actually recording this episode. I didn't end up recording the Christmas episode early, but I am recording this episode early. So there are no replies because, I'm just recording this one like basically an entire week early. Happy New Year, though, to everybody, because by the time that you all will be hearing this, I believe it's going to be January 2nd, January 3rd or something like that. So happy New Year to everybody. 2024. Oh my God, I don't even want to think about it. It's crazy, 2024 already. It's wild because I was in like the 8th grade or the 9th grade. I was in the 8th grade in 2014, and that was 10 years ago to think to myself. And I'm like, whew, your boy's getting old. All right, the boy's getting old. But anyways, since it's the new year, but this was honestly, I tried to find good questions since I couldn't wait the week to find new questions. I'm using ones that were available, and to be honest, guys, after the episode that I did for last episode, it was kind of the only good question. The only other one was this question that I'm about to read, and obviously you've seen from the title. I know it's past Christmas, but this was honestly like the best option. All the other questions are so boring. But anyways, we do have this one, and I still am looking forward to it. So hopefully you are all still down to listen to some Christmas content. So without further ado, this episode is coming from our favorite page, Askreddit. Who ruined Christmas morning, and how did they do it? To be honest, thankfully, I haven't. Oh, you know what though? I do have this memory specifically. It's not like this. Oh, I guess this ruined my Christmas morning. But when I was younger, I remember there was a year in there where my parents thought that my sister and I needed to better behave ourselves, and we woke up Christmas morning and we found our stockings filled with coal. My parents filled our stockings with coal, and my sister and I just devastated. I will never ever forget that Christmas. It was just like if you really want to make your kids realize, how snotty and awful they're being, and get them to change their behavior, fill their Christmas stockings with coal, because that is an experience I will never forget, and it still lives with me to this day. This is why I still behave myself to this day. All stems from that Christmas when I was like 7, 8 years old or something. All right, why don't we start it up? So this one first comes from UNSC Spartan 122. Wonder where you go to university. Grandma forgot where she hid the presents. Haven't found them yet. Oh, yeah, that one's tough. Maybe she's just saying she hid them. Maybe it's all a ruse. Maybe she's just like, yeah, I just can't remember where I put them. Seems to slip my mind now. I'm not. I've thought about it hard. Don't worry. I love Christmas. I love each and every single one of you, but it's just not right. The vibes are not right. I'm not getting the vibe enough to remember where I stuck those presents. So, you know what? Let's use this as an opportunity to talk about how Christmas is more about family. Okay? It's like the billionaire, millionaire grandmother who just like doesn't give a shit. She's just like, you know what? Christmas is supposed to be about family. Okay? Not about presents. So, yeah. I'm sorry I forgot. Okay? Sorry I forgot where the presents are. That's honestly, it's kind of your fault. Reply from Socratesticles. This reminds me of a memory that always makes me smile. Growing up, when one side of my family did Christmas, it would always be at the great-grandmother's house. One of the traditions was a scavenger hunt that she put together. It was always the same ending every year. $20 stuffed in tiny boxes hidden in the tree for each of us. But we all loved her and would do it the same. But we all loved her and would do it all the same. Well, one year had finally caught up to her, and the clues were a mess. Repeated, out of order, just not there. After we got sent to the same spot for the third time, we knew this year's hunt had an issue, and she finally told us where the gift was hidden. In hindsight, it was the first sign that stood out to everybody that her mental faculties were starting to slip. It's never a fun time being able to recognize when a loved one is approaching their twilight years. But we're all grateful that it was such a humorous moment and that we were able to mark the occasion. Merry Christmas, and hope you're able to find yours. It is a wholesome story, but it's also that's kind of a scary story, not gonna lie to you. It's like, yeah, my clue is just a circle. She just drew a circle on my card. It's just a complete circle. It's actually a really well drawn circle. I think she probably used one of those, things from like a trigonometry set for this. Like, this is a really well drawn circle. I mean, I think it's impressive, Grandma, but I just don't know what this is trying to tell me. It's like the one card just says red pill or blue pill. On the back of it, just taped her medication. It's like, well, let's take this and see what happens. All right, this is I'm gonna see through the matrix with Grandma's medication. See what's going on. See what she's seeing. All right, maybe she's more focused. Okay, maybe she needs to be more focused in another alternate reality. All right, maybe there's lines we're just not seeing through, and the only way we can see to them is drag Grandma's medication. All right, next one comes from Real Ginger Ale. Drove 4 hours to spend the day with my dad at his request 3 weeks ago. Then immediately after lunch, not even dinner, he said he and his new girlfriend of 4 weeks were invited to a friend's dinner and were going there. My drive was longer than the time spent that he spent with me at his house. So now I'm watching Christmas movies and drinking with my grandma instead. After trying to fix our relationship that's been rocky since I was a teenager, now in my 30s, it's great to realize he truly doesn't care. Oof. If that doesn't set it in, yeah, that's... You know what? Let's do this Christmas different. You'll come down. We're going to finally make amends for, me neglecting you all these years. I think it's time I finally face up to this. And then you're at lunch and it's just like, you know what? I've realized, and I just want to be honest with you, I haven't changed. All right, I'm just gonna, this is a little too much for me. This like father-son relationship, this parent relation, this is a little much for me, okay, to be honest with you. And I don't think it's fair that I have to deal with this. All right, I really just don't think it's fair that all this pressure is put on me to be your father, and to show you the ropes of life and, make sure you don't end up dying or something like that. This is just, it's too much pressure. All right. And I'm going to just go spend it with, Julie. We met 4 weeks ago. And it's nice because she's actually around your age. So, you know what? I feel like we just connect better than you and I do. I think with her, I see her as kind of, just more similar to me than I am to you. So I think we just, This isn't working out. It's like your dad's breaking up with you over Christmas brunch. It's like, I just don't really think this is working out. I think that we should see other people. I really think that we should branch out. So Julie's picking me up, because, I'm lost my license, because, I failed my driver's test, after I got into that accident. So, yeah, why don't we just move on? Okay. How's that? All right. Well, shout out to your grandma, though. I hope you and your grandma have a good relationship, because that sounds kind of fun. All right. Next one comes from Dallas Broncos. Gave my little girl a drone. It went up in the air the first time and just kept going and going and going. That was like 8 hours ago. It could still be going. So wait, I don't understand. Did you ruin Christmas, or did your daughter ruin Christmas? You're just chewing out your daughter for buying her a drone. You're just like, honey, what? I know you're 8 years old, but I just get the feeling you're trying to undermine me. Okay, you're trying to ruin this Christmas because I gave you the drone and now you just flew it away. I don't understand how technology works. I don't get these things. Okay, and I just think you're smart. You're a smart little one, aren't you? Yeah. You really feel like you got a leg up on me? Do you think you're better than me? You think you're fucking smarter than me? Okay. All right. I don't listen, Katie. I don't fuck around. Okay. I don't fuck around. Okay. So you're gonna bring the drone back. All right. You're gonna bring the drone back, and you're not gonna make me look like an idiot in front of the entire family. Okay. It's like, Jesus, bro. I don't really think it was that deep. Next one comes from Disengage KL. Of course, I'm also joking. My ex told me she was going to stay the night at her mom's house on Christmas Eve because she missed her. I said, yeah, that's your mom. You should go and spend time with her, and that we'd meet up in the morning. Her mom is calling me Christmas morning, asking to speak with her, and that she couldn't get a hold of her. I said she should be over there, correct? Her mom said no, and she hasn't seen her all night. That's how I found out she was cheating. Damn, Christmas? You really had to cheat on your boyfriend on Christmas Eve? You couldn't just, hold off? Fucking God damn it, bro. It's like, I have to. I can't handle this right now. All right? I just need someone who is not you. All right? I know this is a time where we're, supposed to be spending it with the ones we love, Well, maybe that's not true. Maybe because I don't love you anymore. So, yeah, it's just like, well, you don't think maybe you could just hold off on that? Just a few days. Boxing Day is like 2 days away. You don't think you could just hold off a little bit and then, just let the holidays pass. Okay, let the holidays pass. If you want to break up with your boyfriend 26th, 27th, fine. Then you go with the person you're cheating on. Then there you go. Now you can finally kiss them on New Year's. But really, Christmas? It's like you really thought that's the Christmas gift. This is the one. This is the gift that I should give to my boyfriend is, yeah, I'm cheating on you. Yeah, sounds like a great gift. Yeah, I'd love to know that around this time of the year. Love the holidays. Next one comes from Codependent Muskrat. My sister brought her dog, who immediately walked over and threw up all over my kid's presents, as if he'd been planning to do that all year. You know what they say? Dogs are evolving. All right, they're getting smarter. Okay, they're all animals. All right, let's give them credit. We've seen a mouse at our apartment back, in Halifax, and we've set traps. And this dude, he knows what's up. He knows what's up. He or she, I don't know the gender of the mouse, but they know what's up. All right, they are strategically avoiding. Okay, we put high quality peanut butter on that, and he doesn't want to bite it. Really? You don't want to take a chance? It's a pretty high quality protein there. But no, that dog senses some competition. The dog knows. The dog is like, listen, I've been just getting the feeling that I'm starting to notice I'm getting less pets, less attention, And you know what? I'm starting to think it's because of that tiny little human over there. And I'm not fucking with it. All right? I'm not having this, okay? I've been with this family. I'm the rock of this family. I'm the bedrock of this family. And this is how you treat me? You're going to pay attention to some tiny little human, you know? Can't even walk around, can't even do anything for the family? Yeah, so grateful. How grateful are you? Well, guess what? How do you like puke on the presents? How do you like that? All right? Just maybe should teach you to pay attention to the people who really matter. All right? Next one comes from Mediocre Professor 5. My brother, by existing, my family flew into Paris from one country, he flew from another, and had a complete mental breakdown because no one came to the airport to escort him to our Airbnb and ordered him an Uber instead. He proceeded to scream and abuse my parents, stating that they abandoned him and left the airport. He then threatened to leave immediately and refused to leave his room, not to even eat, as a form of protest for my parents being so horrible to him. He's 35 years old, and my parents bought his tickets and this trip on their dime entirely. Mother, what if I was stolen? I could have been trafficked, Mother. And you just didn't even bother to send the butler. You didn't even bother to send Giles to the airport to greet me. This is just... Are you serious? We're staying in an Airbnb? What happened to the townhouse, Mother? What happened to the townhouse? I could have been abducted, Mother. Paris is... Everyone knows. Why are we going to Paris, too? I wanted to go to Monaco. Oh... I wanted to go to the private villa in Jamaica, but no. We have to go to Paris, and Paris is disgusting. Everyone knows Paris is just like, Paris is the Ohio of Europe. Mother, please, you do not love me. I'm not going to eat in protest. I'm not coming out of my room. Oh, I know you hated me all along. You were wanting this. You were wanting me to get abducted. Thrown into a white van. You're 35 years old. You have a full fucking beard, dude. All right? You are 35 years old. You look 45. Okay? You have not aged well. All right? I don't think anyone's in the business of abducting you. All right? I think you got to look long and hard in the mirror, okay? There's no... I don't think there's any mistaking there. You're a full-grown man, all right? I don't understand not eating as a form of protest. It's just like, okay, you're the one who's not eating. Like, I'm not, like, you're choosing not to eat. Like, it's not like it's, like, how does that even bother me? It's like, okay, I mean, I guess I'll just, like, eat more. Like, okay, you're the one who's choosing not to eat, so if you don't want to eat, then that's on you, bro. Next one comes from not highly regarded. My mother. She screamed at my dad like a banshee at about 6 a.m. All my dad did was put water in the coffee maker. When you put water in, it immediately starts brewing. I guess that was too early in the morning to start the coffee. I'm not exactly sure what her beef was. For context, for the first time in several years, my entire immediate family were all under one roof for an extended period of time. We were staying at my grandmother's house for the holidays. My mother has always been prone to fits of rage. Growing up, she exploded often, and I haven't been around it in 9 years. Neither have my brothers, but we got an ugly reminder of her behavior yesterday morning. My dad doesn't believe in divorce, where he works nights to avoid her. They pass like ships in the night. They have separate bedrooms and separate lives. My dad's uncle just passed away, and that's why we all came together. We typically don't celebrate Christmas together. I overpaid to fly home today, and I opted out of Christmas dinner to do so. I left 2 days before everyone else. I can't do it. It's as if she's possessed by a demon. Hey, man, you might be onto something. Okay, this sounds just unwell. Just the coffee, the water in the coffee maker, that's the straw that's breaking the camel's back right now. Seriously? water in the coffee maker. You know I like it at 6:05, Derek. 6:05 on the dot. Okay? 6:05. Do you think I'm a fucking idiot, Derek? 6:04. I don't even want to say it. It makes me want to puke, Derek. 6:04. Do you hate me? You must think that I am just an ugly, disgusting, wretched witch of a person. Okay? Seriously? You think I'm falling for this? 6:04? I'm not a fucking idiot, okay? This is too far. All right? You know how I like my coffee, and you know what? See, this is why no one loves you. All right? This is why no one loves you. Jeez, Mom. This is a little much, don't you think? It's just a little bit over the top, blowing the lid just a slight bit. What do you mean you don't believe in divorce, though? It's like, really, bro? You'd rather live your entire life in misery than just get divorced? Just like say peace out? Like, really? You got one life, okay? You have one life, and you're really just gonna be like, nah. Yeah, I know she verbally abuses me, and, I know this, and I would love to leave her, but just don't believe in it. Don't believe in divorce. I'm very aware of how much she mistreats me and abuses me. Yeah, and I hate it, and I know it's awful and terrible and disgusting, but you know what? I just don't believe in divorce. Don't believe in it. Yeah, it's not a construct I'm willing to support. Really, bro? That's kind of no respect. That's a little bit, you lose a little bit of my respect for that. It's like, So you're being treated poorly. You're just going to be like, yeah, just, no, I don't, not big on divorce. Okay? It's like, okay. All right, bro. Next one comes from Canadian Moose Girl. The drunk asshole that was joyriding last night and totaled my car in a hit and run did a good job of ruining my day. Oh, this always reminds me of like the it was like an Instagram post or a tweet or something, and some guy found a slip of paper under his windshield wiper. Like when somebody hits your car and they like write their information down like a parking lot or something, and they slip it under your windshield wiper. So he looks at the paper. He takes a photo of the paper, and the paper literally just said, everyone saw me do this, and I don't want them to think that I'm a criminal, but I can't afford to pay for this. Sorry, with like a little frowny face or something. I was like, well, thankfully most public places have a lot of security cameras, so it's really not gonna take a whole long time to figure out who was that? I don't think, I think it's not, I think the days are numbered that the cops are going to show up on your front step. Yeah. It's like, well, we have video footage of you totaling this car. So, people say, it's a surveillance state. I'm kind of pro surveillance state. I'm pro surveillance. Okay. I want to know who the fuck hit my car. All right? I'm just trying to get mine. This is justice, okay? This is justice, liberty, peace, synonyms. Just this is what we're all about here. Okay? Freedom. All right, next one comes from Junior Weeks. 80-year-old uncle ruined Christmas Eve with my family. Had to cancel. He got lost while hunting, but not terribly far from the road. He heard my brother-in-law and my grandfather were searching for him, but was so embarrassed, so he waited to come out at sunrise after everyone went home after hours of searching, but before everyone came back, or so he thought. My 80-year-old grandfather, uncle's brother, had open heart surgery this year and is going through radiation for cancer and couldn't sleep all night thinking his brother died in the woods. Grandfather and other older family members ended and it ended up feeling so bad from the stress that we had to cancel. Really, you're just gonna. Oh, this is the this is the silent generation for you, folks. Okay, this is the. They are going to. They will refuse to swallow their pride. Okay, they would rather die out in the woods than admit that they were lost. It's like, really? This is the route you're gonna take in your life. This is where your pride is gonna take you, is to potentially dying. It's like, Uncle, we're looking for you, and he's like, fuck. I'm so lost right now, but I can't find them. I can't yell out. I can't. What is this gonna do to my rep? All right, my rep is gonna be just dismantled. Okay, I'm gonna look like such an idiot. I can't do this. I have more pride than this. You know what? I'm just gonna dig a nice little hole. I'm gonna sleep in the ground. No one's. It's gonna be not even a big deal. I'll just tell them I just was out on a walk and I just that was, I decided to turn the hunting into some walking and just to get some exercise, get some late night exercise. No one exercises 24 hours a day anymore. All right. No one goes for 24-hour walks anymore. All right. These are the things we need to bring back. Well, Uncle, I don't think that was ever a thing, and I don't think it's ever going to be. You did a very good job ruining Christmas this year by almost giving your brother a fucking heart attack. All right, next one comes from Forest1395101. Grandparents told everyone how they get one person something really nice each year and that it was finally my turn. They gave me the really nice big green egg and patio desk I was saving for. Then, after they looked real nice to everyone and everyone else was gone, they told me it was actually a loan and I would need to pay them to keep it. I told them to fuck off. Yeah. Oh, I'm so happy you love your gift. We're so just ecstatic to see you happy. You want to meet us in the kitchen, please? Sure. Yeah, so we are really happy about the gift, and everyone seems really happy that you love it. Everyone seems really, really happy that you loved your gift, and it makes me happy to see others happy. But just between you and I, that you're gonna need to pay for it. All right? We have the money. We have the money, don't get me wrong. It's just we don't really you're kind of our least favorite. So, Grandpa and I talked it over, and we thought to ourselves, since you're the least favorite, we think it's a character-building experience. This is for you to just, why don't you pay for this one on your own? We know you really wanted it, so it's here now. So I think that that for you and for me and for the for the greater good of everyone in the family, that we think it's best if you just. You handle this one, okay? Wow. Yeah, you can fuck right off, because what are you gonna do about it? That is such a fucking awful thing to do. Like, yeah, this is a gift, and we're just gonna, make ourselves look awesome in front of everyone else, and then just tell you it's actually not a gift, and you have to pay for the whole thing. So, we know you're broke as shit. So we were this was our last FU, because you're our least favorite grandchild. So there you go. Next one comes from that weirdo 88. Me. Halfway through opening gifts with the family, I was in enormous pain. Wound up spending most of the day in the ER. Kidney stones. I could have done without this gift/surprise. This is like one of my fears, like one of my worst fucking fears. Is just a kidney stone. I have no idea what it feels like. I don't really even know much about what a kidney stone is, but it seems every single time I've heard someone talking about getting a kidney stone or seen it on TV, it seems like a brutally painful experience. I think I'm just kind of, whatever I can do to avoid a kidney stone, I'm going to take that route. I'm very terrified of it. It seems like, I don't really want to push like basically a rock through my urethra. Yeah, that doesn't sound very appealing to me. Next one comes from Gordo24. My dog was acting weird last night around 11:30. By 2 a.m. he was in surgery for bloat. Big guy's going to be fine, but man, it was not the Christmas I had planned. Yeah, why don't you just blame the worst Christmas on your dog? Yeah, because your dog, it's like you're just mad at your dog. It's like, Baxter, you know it's Christmas. How could you do this? You're supposed to be my good boy. You're supposed to be such a good boy. And look what you've done. You've ruined Christmas. All right. Week at the pound. Week at the pound for this. I swear, Baxter, if you do some shit like this again, we're giving you back to the shelter. Okay? You're going in the pound for a week. Enjoy, Baxter. You ruined Christmas. Okay? You should have known better than to have bloating on Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve, Baxter? Really? Christmas Eve? Real nice one. Nice way to steal the thunder. Okay? God. Next one comes from not a weeb. Not my Christmas ruined, but my friend's. Her parents left home to stay in Florida. They were supposed to come back for Thanksgiving. They did not come back. Her parents were supposed to come back yesterday, Christmas Eve, to spend time with their kids. They did not. Her parents left her, 17. Her sister, an adult who is legally blind, and her grandmother, who literally just had a stroke and is in the hospital, alone. No financial support. The only person bringing in money is her. She couldn't even celebrate Christmas with her family, just her sister. For the past few nights, my family has invited her to dinner to help out. I feel so bad for her. No teenage girl should have to go through such stressful events without the support of her parents during Christmas. This is a crime, okay? You're talking about this like it's like a sad, like story as if someone's parents died or something. Yeah, her parents are they're not around, so she's had to shoulder a lot of weight this Christmas. So we did the nice thing and invited her for dinner, just her though. She's got a legally blind sister and an elderly grandmother, but, we thought dinner was the way to go here. Oh, that's awful. I mean, are her parents, how did they pass away? Like what happened? Oh, no, they didn't pass away. No, they're just neglectful. Yeah, so we decided that we're just going to invite her for dinner. Yeah, just give her a win this time. Make her feel like she won. It's like, don't you think you should be, I don't know, reporting this to the authorities? Maybe just taking the entire family in for a while, seeing as though she's the only one who's bringing in any sort of money. Bro, not saying you're not a good friend, just joking around, but this sounds like a very much more dire situation than how you're talking about it. Holy shit. It's like, this sounds like a federal crime. Okay. All right. Next one comes from 4 means 4. I drove 12 hours to get home to my dad's house, staying 5 days because he guilts me for never staying more than 2 nights. I'm divorced with grown kids. They were coming in later, so it's just me and him for the first 3 days. My first day here, he tells me at noon he's leaving at 1:30 because he has plans with his lady friend. He invites me to dinner at her house, but tells me he's spending the night there. I decline dinner and plan to have a solo day in my hometown. Annoying he ditched me, but whatever. It's like, I invited you to dinner. It's like, well, I'm your son, so we should probably spend time together. This motherfucker at 5:30 a.m., he feels like something isn't right and checks his home thermostat app on his phone. He sees the temperature at an egregious 71 degrees. Knowing he set it to 68. He's sure I have fallen asleep upstairs and left the gas logs on, and the house is about to burn down with me in it. So he does what any 72-year-old would do with a 45-year-old son staying at his place. This man comes home and jerks me out of my sleep on the couch and rips me a new asshole. I'm talking veins in the neck bulging, spittle flying while he's yelling type of new asshole. For 3 degrees, he then spends 5 hours questioning me on everything about my career, personal life, mental health, truly riding my ass. So yeah, probably the last Christmas I ever come home. 3 degrees? See, this is why you're depressed, right? You wonder why you deal with crippling anxiety, and your debilitating depression. Have you seen the fucking thermostat? This is because you're an entitled, just piece of shit. 3 degrees? What do you think, you're fucking the king? Okay? What do you think, you're the fucking president? You think you could fucking just go around, start changing people's fucking thermostats? All right? My house could have burned down. Okay, my house. This is where I live. Okay? And you know what? I don't want to go there, but if the house actually burned down and you were in it, would have served you right. You know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna go out and say it. Okay, would have served you right. You can't go around and act like this is some sort of that just is something you should brush off your shoulder. This is okay. 1 degree, okay. 1 degree, I'm less concerned. 2 degrees, that's pushing it. Okay, 3 degrees. What are you, fucking Hitler? Oh my God. You need to figure your life out. All right. This is why your wife left you. This is why you lost your goddamn job. Is this? Remember this. 3 fucking degrees. Yeah. That's what I thought. Next one comes from Girl Next Door 480. I think I did by realizing I can have a great Christmas by not going home and spending it with friends. Yeah. Well, unless you have a good reason to not go home with family, I definitely think that spending Christmas with family is like, you're never going to be satisfied if you're just sitting home alone, just bag of chips, couch. Yeah, it's December 24th, and this is not feeling how I thought it would feel. I thought I would feel comfortable, but this is no. Reply from Sheriff Me. I did this exact same thing. I had a panic attack before the 6-hour drive to my parents on the 23rd and bailed. My housemate offered to have me at his family's Christmas, which another friend was also coming to. It was an hour drive in the town I went to in university, so we hung out with his friends on Christmas Eve, then had a brilliant Christmas day. His parents went the extra mile for me and got me a stocking and even a small gift. Best Christmas I've had in a while. Well, wait, what? I think I did by realizing I could have a great Christmas by not going home and spending it with friends. You ruined Christmas. But how did you ruin Christmas? Wait, I'm kind of confused. I think I'm confused on this one, folks. I think they said so who ruined Christmas? Wait, did you ruin Christmas? Did your family ruin Christmas? Or was Christmas actually good for you? If your Christmas was good for you by spending it with friends, that's lit then. I'm glad. I'm happy for you. Then, okay, next, this one comes from Big Dreams Little Dick. Oh my God. I ruined Christmas. I went to my partner's Christmas gathering for the first time. I'm an immigrant with a very different cultural background, but they were all very friendly and welcoming. They suggested playing bingo, but with no money. Sounds good to me. Then the family matriarch wanted in, and everyone to do 50 cents a card. Okay, whatever. I did not play with money, but too awkward to say no. I did good and bad. Started with $10, but before the final card hit, about $5. All good. Then they wanted to do a full blackout game with a $2 card. I was trying to be polite and only play 1 card, but the patriarch was sitting next to me and told me to do 2 cards. I did 2 cards. I was 1 spot from winning, and he picked up my card and cleared off my markers. Awkward as hell. Then they called my spot, and I won the whole prize, about $60. Very clearly some sore losers, and it was super awkward for the rest of Christmas. That is so messed up. Really? You're that tied to the outcome of bingo. Okay? This is like, I would never want to play any sort of board game or even just sport. Like, I can't imagine if this is how you are in a board game, then how would you be if we were like, playing basketball or something? This would be like, you need to be locked in a mental facility. Really? You're that salty? Don't fucking play. Like, what the hell? It's like, sure, fine then. Win if you want. Yeah, you can win it. Yeah, I get it. You won. You can win if you want. Whatever. I guess that's what happens. whatever. Win if you think that's a good idea. If you think this is gonna be a good Christmas, if you win, then you should probably win. Then why don't you go ahead and win it? Yeah, go ahead. I'm not. What am I? I'm not saying anything about it. I'm not saying that you're a fucking piece of shit and that I fucking hate you and that you should not be dating. Our family, not be dating into our family. Like, fine then, whatever. It's fine. I don't care. I've said it. I don't give a shit. Okay, I've said it like 40 times. Okay, how can I make this any more clear? I don't give a fuck if you're winning bingo. Okay, can we just fucking drop it? All right? What a psycho. Niece Boulder says, Ellen at my mom's work. She went to Christmas lunch sick. Turns out she had COVID, and now so does my mom and 3 other colleagues. Because of Ellen, at least 6 high-risk people have been exposed, and all 3 of my family Christmases are canceled. I'm extremely unimpressed with your work ethic, Ellen. Did she know she had COVID, though? Like, okay, come on. That's a little bit like... Nowadays, people don't know if they've got... Like, no one's testing for COVID anymore. Okay? I think this one's a little bit... If this was Am I the Asshole? You're a bit of the asshole here, okay? Ellen maybe just felt a bit under the weather. It's like she meant to go and give everybody COVID. Okay? Like, it's not just Ellen's fault. You just pin this on Ellen for ruining Christmas. That's a lot to put on somebody, okay? It's like, and we're living with COVID now, okay? We're not in the pandemic, at least in the West anymore. Like, I think you're a little bit asshole-ish here, okay? Ellen, maybe what if Ellen was the one who brought the Christmas cookies, okay? All right, Ellen, I love your Christmas cookies, and I love the fact that you literally offered to cook us an entire Christmas dinner, but you're kind of a POS for giving my mom COVID, even though you didn't even know you had it, even though you were asymptomatic. So I'm going to get you fired, all right? Say goodbye to your job, all right? Your livelihood, bye-bye. Gone. See you later. All right, folks, that's going to be the end of this episode. Thank you all so much for tuning in to another episode of the Reddit Asks Us podcast, the podcast where we read and react to comments from r/Askreddit. I am your host, Luke Dick. Remember, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever else you get your podcasts, please leave us a rating and also leave us a review. You have no idea how much that helps out the show. Remember, you can reply to this week's episode by clicking the description of the episode in Spotify, and there you should see a white icon that says reply, and you can reply to this week's episode, and I will read out your responses in the next week's following episode, and you will be notified when your response is published. I love each and every single one of you. Have a happy new year, and let's hope it's a good one. Peace out. Love you. Bye.